I'm your host, Paige Ryans, and today we are talking about the 24th annual Garden State Film Festival. It is officially almost time. From March 26th through March 29th, you can experience over 200 incredible films from various countries, screening at 9 different venues all throughout Asbury Park in Cranford, New Jersey. Tickets are available now at gsff.org/tickets, and there will also be tickets available at the door. And now, to meet today's filmmakers, I am here with the creators of Missy's Voice. With us, we have Joe Gawalis and Karen Goller. Joe and Karen, thank you so much for being here. Welcome.
Thank you.
Paige, thank you so much. I've been looking forward to speaking with you, and really, you made the Garden State. It's always an amazing festival, and you just made me that much more excited to be going. So I'm excited about that.
Yay, that's great. That's awesome to hear. And it's countdown officially.
Yeah, getting close, getting
Yeah.
close. It's gonna be great. We got a big crew
Yeah.
coming with us.
Oh, nice. That's great. We'll get to see you all in person.
Yeah. We're bringing out everybody.
Awesome. Everyone will be there. Very cool. We're
Yeah.
looking forward to it. So, very awesome. Well, I know I gave you both a brief introduction, but if you wanted to share your role with the film, and then we'll jump into a conversation about the film.
Absolutely, Karen. Please go ahead.
Okay, my name is Karen Goller. I'm the writer and producer on this film. I wrote it a while ago, a few years ago, and had some interesting interactions. And then I finally called Joe, and he made this film happen. So
Ah,
Joe is the director, producer, and so much more.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you, Karen. No, Karen really wrote an incredible script, and it's like anything in the business, right? I think a lot of the issue is it's very difficult to get a film off the ground, understand financing, how to put the correct team together. So I think as she was going along that journey, it was just, I think everybody has good intentions. It was just the wrong people for the project, and then when she brought it to me, the timing worked out. And my production company is also behind it, but I got to direct and produce it as well. And I just love the message, anti-bullying. It's so important. And we really did so much great work getting an amazing cast together. So my hat's off to Karen, because without her amazing script, we wouldn't be able to complete what's on the screen. So that's really where all the love came in there, and these incredible, talented actors and the crew behind it. But I'm very blessed to have directed this amazing, product. And I'm glad that the art can make a difference in the world and hopefully open some eyes to this anti-bullying movement we're trying to help.
Yes. A very important message. And I feel like it's very, it can never be talked about enough. And so I think that it's really, it's really a great film with a great message. And so Karen, can you share and tell us a little bit more about Missy's Voice?
Well, Missy's Voice is about a young singer that's bullied. And she's tormented on a daily basis by these bullies. They're pretty jealous of her, but she ends up being in a school show and finally finding her voice and becoming, I guess, stronger and realizing that the bullies really don't matter anymore. No matter how much they aggravated and harassed her in the past, they just don't matter at that point.
Mhm. Yeah. And I think that that's a great message that can stick. Like it's shown throughout the film of just being able to recognize, like, I have my own voice, and I can use that voice, and just that process, that journey, as opposed to just kind of like hearing it. I think that's just seeing it visually and seeing that process really helps audiences of any age just understand their power, and their
Mhm.
voice. So I think it's really, really well told. And to throw it to you, Joe, what was kind of like that like for you? I know you kind of talked a little bit about it in the beginning, but once Karen brought this idea to you, what vision did you have in mind for the creation of this film?
Well, you hit the nail on the head, Page, when you said it's all about that finding your inner voice, right? So when I read the script, it said, Missy's inner light. She's like a beacon for everybody out there. I don't care where you are in life. At some point in your life, when you were a child, an adult, a teenager, you felt insecure. You felt like maybe you didn't have the confidence to do what you wanted to do. So Missy really represents that for everybody. And in creating that type of relatable character that anybody can pick up and watch, if you're 60, if you're 5, if you're 25, that you can relate to somebody finding their own inner being, their inner light, and letting that shine with the world is very important. So and Bruna, who's the actress in it, did a phenomenal job of really letting that light shine, and people can relate to that type of character. And it was great. I was just very fortunate to be able to be a very, I would say, a small part of a bigger whole. And it's that great story Karen wrote and the great message behind it. But it's all about finding your inner light and being that beacon of hope. And I think Missy really defined that at the end of this film.
Absolutely. I was like rooting for her as I was
Right
watching.
now, really, and that's great. And our music partners Gene Hale and Andy Leckie, and we created that song. I Shine, which is a great song. We're all very proud of that, and it's such an amazing song. And Bruna did a fantastic job. And I think the words and the melody of that song represent everybody's hope that you could shine and really find this inner version of yourself. So the performances, the music, it was all there and all going towards that one kind of message.
Absolutely. And again, like kind of how you just spoke to about shine. I think shine is like the overall of just like remembering, like, don't let anyone dim your sparkle. Don't
No. That's Paige, you're good. You keep getting it. That's it. Keep getting there. That's exactly.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
I think it's a great motto. Like it's a life motto of just like don't let your shine be dimmed. It's something so special, so unique to you. And so I think it really just resonates. Like you said, it with any age, at any age group can really just resonate with just like a feeling of just like not feeling their best and not feeling, just through this theme. So I think it was really very well told and will definitely resonate with audiences.
Oh, thank you so much. And you're absolutely right. Because again, take every person in the world at some time when they were a little 4-year-old kid, they all had a light inside of them that was out there, and people just had this great inner being and confidence. When you're a kid, you have the most confidence in yourself as ever. And it's so sad as you become an older child or an adult, you lose that shine. So you're absolutely right about that. And thank you for seeing the message behind it.
Absolutely. I mean, thank you both for creating that message. Thank you, Karen, for writing that message, and then also thank you, Joe, for bringing out that message and bringing that message to light.
Well, thank you very much.
Yes, you're very welcome. And so, Karen, can you talk a little bit about your what that writing process was like for you? Like, I know you said it, you wrote it a few years back, but what did that writing process look like for you?
Well, I didn't plan on writing any film scripts, but I ended up with a handful. With this one, I was listening to the radio, and something that someone said on the radio triggered a childhood memory. And then I said to myself, well, that would be kind of a cute short film. And then I thought about it more. And then I actually wrote it as a short. And then I showed it to a few different people in the industry, and they said, this is a really good film. You should make it into a feature, which I did write, but that's not what we're seeing at the Garden State. And then I ended up doing the book as well. So now there's a children's book and the film that we're going to see at the Garden State Film Festival. And the writing was actually the easiest part of this, because when I write, I don't sit down and say, I'm going to write something. It's all written in my head. And then once I have enough information in my head, I just sit down and type. There is no like writer's block or anything like that, because it's there, then I write. I never force myself to write. So this was a very smooth process as far as the writing. It was a couple of days a week. I had new ideas and I just typed the ideas, into the laptop as they came.
I love that. I love that process was just like so smooth. I wish I didn't have, I wish I had like a smooth writer like flow like that. Hopefully I could get to that point. But I'm happy to hear that that's a great process to just be able to just capture everything that's like in your mind and being able to release it and write it on paper exactly how you envisioned it, so that's great. That's very wonderful. And then Joe, what was the filming process like for you? Like where did you find your cast and crew for this film?
Oh, we were very, very fortunate. We work with an amazing team. A lot of the same people from behind the scenes joined us on this project. They brought on a few new people also that were there, and it was really great. I mean, I have a lot of trust with the team that I work with. And to find the cast, we went to the breakdown services. We went through all the agents that were out there. So a lot of negotiation with agents, and really had some great agencies, because, again, it's so hard to find great talent. But more importantly than that, they have to complement each other. They have to correctly work together as the cast, especially the kids, right? Because they have to be generally in the same age range, the same look, which is difficult to do, right? I mean, especially in that range. So we had a lot of our actors flying in. People come from out of state. So we really did a long casting job. And I'm a huge believer in pre-production.
Mhm.
So, when we would normally, I believed in this project so much. Like Karen said, she originally had the feature film ready to go. I said, listen, film finance is very tricky, right? It's a very difficult thing to do. This is a project that has a lot of time skipping, not skipping, the characters grow up. It's not a cheap project that you could do the feature version of and do a D version of it. So I said, what we should do is make the intellectual property of Missy's voice something that is tangible, to make it more attractive, to make the feature have the justice to it that it should have. So we started building this apart. But I said, when we do that, we need to have an amazing cast. We need to shoot it so it looks like it's going to be the feature, so people can see, this is just one evolution into the next step to gain the financing into the direction we're trying to go.
Mhm.
We were very fortunate. And then, I'm a huge believer, like I said, in pre-production. So myself and the director of photography, Timothy Reeves, we worked together nonstop. I mean, this was storyboarded. We thought about the shots. We knew the locations. And I was very fortunate that a school teacher of mine, it's funny, I think I was her first year student, and now she's ready to retire this year. So it's like came full circle. And she happened to reach out to me to come potentially speak at their school. And I said, what's interesting is that I actually am doing an anti-bullying movie right now. Can we get involved with your school? So we got involved with the school district. We got involved there. They brought the kids down to be extras. And it was an amazing process like that as well, that the Mount Olive School District and Jody was so supportive of what we were doing. So we were very blessed from beginning to end. People believed in the vision. We had great people behind us. So when we got the set, and our good friend Steve Gall from Do All Camera brought his team involved as well, and our Steadicam operator, but also we used a lot of his equipment, a real great guy, along with my company's stuff. And we just really were blessed from the second we walked on set. It was smooth sailing. Everything was so good. The parents were very happy because, again, you're working with primarily a minor cast, right? So you not only have the cast there, you have their parents, you have everybody with them. It's you have to be a well-oiled machine. You
Right.
also have to work with the New Jersey Film Commission because you're working with minors. So everybody was fantastic, including everybody at the New Jersey Film Commission, really helping us out and making sure our time cards are right and everything was reported well. So shooting was great. And for the concert scene, we had a lot of local extras come in, and that was a really great experience. And it was good seeing some old friends of mine that I grew up with that I haven't seen in 20 years or so came to be extras as well. So that was a great experience. So I was just happy front to back. And again, I couldn't ask for a better partner on this to work with than Karen. She's really fantastic. And again, everybody loved working for her. So it was great that she let us, make our vision come to life.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, it sounds like a lot of like community outreach, community building, and I think that's what it's all about, and like you said, just like all it takes is having that someone that just believes in the vision, believes in your process, and just being able to just to just make that move, and then you just create something so great and impactful, in the long term. So I think that, again, with just a very important theme that I think is again, because is just a great conversation that just should be continued, forever, really, so.
No, you're absolutely right. And it's something that anybody can relate to, all ages, all around the world. It can actually, I mean, every kid, people go through this at work, even as adults. It's incredible how much, every person we're talking to, we've not heard one person come up to us and say, like, well, I've never been bullied once. I mean, even if you weren't consistently bullied, people have gone through the process. So I love what this is trying to create and make the change, especially getting involved with the school system made it that much more, special. And it was cool because like all the extras that came in were students from the school. So we allowed them, they were part of their film department, their theater department, and they came and got to hang out behind the scenes with us. And they became friends with all the principal actors and they got to get involved. So we really had a nice little unit of everybody getting together. And all 5 actors are now like friends with each other. So they all like text online. They're all coming to the festival, which is awesome. So everybody's like really excited. It's going to be a whole like movement that's going to be there. So really cool that we actually had all these amazing people and the parents were great. So everybody's supportive. I mean, and you know how filmmaking is, right? There's always a headache. I have never had a production like this that literally zero, like none. It was almost perfect, which was great. So Karen, goes to say to your leadership that it came this way. So thank you.
Thank you.
That's awesome. That's great to hear. It sounds like a very, just you both created just a really great environment for everyone on set. And I think especially when talking about and when shining light on this subject, it's important to have that like safe and comfortable environment. And it just really seems like that's really shown through. So that is really, really wonderful. And as we near the end of the interview, I do have one question for both of you. And it kind of just encapsulates just kind of the entirety of the interview. But like, um, what is something or some a message that you hope sticks with audiences once as they're watching the film, when they leave the film? And I know it might sound redundant, I probably, since we've talked about it, but like, if a send-off message, for audiences as they buy their ticket for the film to watch this film on Saturday, March 28th, what is something that you hope stays with them?
I hope that people just realize that they should be kind to each other. A lot of the times with the bullying, the bully is hurt, like, emotionally somehow, and they're not realizing that by them projecting that hurt onto someone else, they're making someone else's life more miserable. Now, if that poor person that's bullied gets bullied at school and then at sports and then at home, or multiple places, that makes for a very difficult day. So I think that we should be more kind, because you don't know what's going on with people that you don't go home with. So you really don't know what somebody else's life is. So yeah, be kind.
Be kind. Yeah, I agree. And what about you, Joe?
Oh, I mean, I would say really besides be kind would be hope. I think Missy represents the dream of everybody out there. And it's unfortunate that, like you said, as you grow older, you lose that inner light. You become more jaded, but without even realizing it, you start getting nervous. You start getting anxiety. 2-year-olds don't have anxiety. They'll do anything. They'll climb a dresser. They'll jump off their couch. They don't care. They don't have fear. They'll sing in front of people. And so many of us just slowly lose who we were as people and just become like these walking husks of what we're doing. And I'm not knocking people's lifestyle choices. What I'm saying is, though, be you, be proud of what you are, be out there, no matter what that is, be somebody else's hope, be somebody else's inner light, make something fantastic and be the best version of yourself, because you don't know who else you're impacting out there. So I think Missy represents that, even beyond the be kind of, she represents hope for everybody, that you could live that dream and go as far as you could with it and believe in yourself.
Absolutely. Perfectly said. I couldn't have even said that better myself. Truly.
Oh, well, Paige, thank you.
Truly, that this was a really great conversation. And again, I'm excited for audiences to just be able to see this film and just really take in the message behind this film. And I think it's just, I'm looking forward to just I'm just looking forward to the experience, and I'm very happy for you guys, and congratulations again on your acceptance. It truly is going to be really, really great. And for our viewers online, actually, sorry, one more question for you is, will you both be joining us in person for the festival? I think I know the answer, but
no, you said we got Karen, we have Chris Victor, one of our other producers, Tim Reeves, the DP, we have Gene Hale, our music guy, we have all 5 of the main cast, we have one of our other actors, Michelle Francescos, who's an amazing actor and producer as well, coming down. Francesca's coming. We got basically everybody, which is great. A lot of the crew's coming down. So the Missy's Voice contingent will be throughout. And I'm excited because I'm coming every day, basically. I'll be at all the events, having a great time. So really excited to be there, which will be great.
That's awesome. Well, listen, we're looking forward to having the whole team and just being able to see all you guys and just rejoice in just this really fun time at the festival. And for our viewers online, we look forward to seeing you in person. You can check out Missy's Voice on Saturday, March 28th at the Berkeley Continental, Block BC 25, between 12:30 p.m. and 2:05 p.m. And we will see you all at the Garden State Film Festival. 200 films from various countries, screening at 9 different venues all throughout Asbury Park in Cranford, New Jersey. You can get your tickets at gsff.org/tickets. And once again, Karen and Joe, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for the conversation. We look forward to seeing you at the festival.
Oh, thank you so much, Paige. You were great. You're fantastic. This was really beautiful. I think it was great. Thanks a lot for this great conversation. We'll see you there.
Thank you so much. See you there. All right.
Thank you.
Take care.